I'm probably aging myself with the title of this lightning talk, and that's okay. I've actually aged myself a lot since managing Seneca's Instagram account. Check out this cringeworthy gem that managed to drum up some much-needed engagement, but not really the kind we were hoping for.
She thinks she's the main character.
Our special collections are seriously extra. This current display is on fleek. It's bougie, bruh.
Our zines collection is lit.
You can 3D print for free at the Sandbox. No cap.
See how I chose one magazine to read in my comfy chair? Not a whole pile of magazines. Very demure, very mindful. I'm in my historical fiction era.
In the Learning Center Club, we all fam.
If you're listening to a bop that slaps in the quiet study room, please use headphones.
Seneca Libraries lending out books for free is such a green flag.
Our library website is giving user-friendly. It's giving helpful.
Our library citation team slaps.
Not to flex, but 97% of our collection is digital.
Our front desk library staff are eating it up and leaving no crumbs.
The humbling truth to learn here is that our audience, who are mostly Gen Z and Alpha, can sniff out inauthenticity because they've never known a time without it. You know what they say, necessity is the mother of invention. Truth be told, Seneca has been experimenting with social media on and off going back as far as the early aughts. But let's skip to March 2020, when all libraries found itself bereft of an in-person audience for reasons we really don't need to unpack again, do we? Suddenly, social media seemed like an important thing to do. It was a way to keep the conversation going and stay connected with our students, or so we like to think. Seneca's team put an honest effort in creating a social media presence. Committees were formed, mandates were written, and if you can believe it, Seneca Libraries maintained an active YouTube channel, Facebook account, Twitter handle, and Instagram account, all managed at once. There were assigned content creators from all departments, and I've discovered content schedules galore deep in the recesses of our Google Drives. Post-COVID, the energies to sustain these models slowed considerably. Seneca no longer actively supports a Facebook or Twitter account. We still have a YouTube channel, but it mainly serves as a parking spot for some long-form video content we create and is not a place we engage with users. Our Instagram channel is the lone social media standout that remains a voice crying in the wind, still trying to find its footing. It's no longer fully supported by a team, but is more or less maintained by a sole individual with as much input as they can drum up from other departments. It really is a singular focused task that needs to be methodically planned and helmed by a very small group of people. And when you don't have a social media director on your team, that means a very small group. In other words, one person. Unfortunately, most libraries don't have such a role on their payroll, so often the task is treated as a frilly extra. It's important to note, though, whether you're treating your Instagram account as an annoyance that you keep alive for the sake of existing, or even if you are prolifically using it to promote your services, if you're not also using it to connect with your followers and build community, then there is very little return on what feels like a huge investment. The fact of the matter is, it takes a storyteller who has the time, the imagination, and the undying fortitude to continually tell that story again and again and again, which begs the question, how do I feed this beast? Here are a few things that every social media maven or maverick can try doing. Treat every semester like a dramatic arc and tell a semester story for your students from beginning to end. Don't forget, you could potentially have new students to the college at the beginning of every semester. So this works in your favor as you can reuse and remix content. Another trick is to keep a stash of what Tanner calls evergreen posts, content that you can post each semester with only minimal or maybe no edits at all. Along with planning, an online scheduler is essential. This will allow you to set it and forget it. Use an online scheduler like Later.com. There are quite a few out there, and there's some that are even built into creator tools like Adobe Express and Canva. They all have their own way of doing it, so try out a few. Listen. Sit where the students sit. You can learn a lot by just sitting within earshot of a group of students. Find a cozy corner in a lounge or study area of your campus and start listening. You could also try visiting campus student events to get a sense of what's popular. We've asked students to participate and be in your videos, which allows them to get excited about being in your feed and help generate some sharing. Another savvy move is to connect with your campus student organization's social media manager and let them be your social media buddy. Engage. Mention touchstones at your campus that everyone knows about and that are integral to everyone's college experience, good or bad. Maybe it's the awesome hot dog stand in your courtyard or the pesky Canadian geese on campus. Tag other departments, follow and like their posts, and leave comments on their account. Results from a recent study indicate that academic libraries are releasing about 12 posts a month, with each of those posts containing about 422 characters, yes, they counted, 2 hashtags, and 1 emoji. We all have a story, an Instagram story that is, that's just waiting to come to life. I get it, it's tough, especially when you may not be hired by your institution as an official social media marketer. Often it's a labor of love for your library, and you should be proud that you've even attempted to take up that mantle. And of course, follow us at Seneca Lib and Learn, and see you in the comments.